Welcome to the 2020 Pavement Management Program and East Bloomington Freeway Improvement Project Special Assessment Informational Presentation. If you're viewing the presentation online via the city website, you will notice there are 3 videos posted. The 3 videos will address the 3 following topics. Video number 1 discussing calculating adjusted front footage. The second video will discuss calculating assessments. And the third video will discuss assessment payment options. When calculating assessments, the process for this is the actual project cost is used. So we divide the project cost into categories or improvements. For the purposes of the 2020 PMP and the East Bloomington Freeway project, we have divided those out into surfacing costs and curb and gutter costs, as these are the only 2 improvements that are subject to assessment with this year's project. From that, we determine a 100% assessment rate for each improvement, so for surfacing and curb and gutter. This would be the rate that would be charged per foot to the adjacent property owners if the cost of the improvements were to be paid entirely by the adjacent property owners. However, the city's policy, the City of Bloomington's assessment policy, is to assess single-family and 2-family homes at a rate of 25% the 100% cost. Other properties are assessed at a 50% rate, and both these rates are based on a per-foot cost. The remaining cost of the project is paid through citywide property taxes. So for the 2020 PMP project and East Bloomington Freeway Improvement Project, we had a total of just under 31,000 feet of adjusted front footage for all of the parcels subject to a surfacing assessment this year. For the curb and gutter, we had just under 19,000 total feet of adjusted front footage for all parcels that were subject to a curb and gutter assessment this year. You may be wondering why these 2 numbers are different. The reason for that is, per the city's assessment policy, all properties adjacent to a street that's being reconstructed are subject to a surfacing assessment. Whereas for curb and gutter, only properties that are adjacent to a street that is having curb and gutter installed for the first time are subject to a curb and gutter improvement assessment. So what that means is that if your street had curb and gutter in place prior to the project going through your area, you would not see an assessment for that curb and gutter installation on your assessment bill this year. However, if your street did not have curb and gutter prior to this year's project and the new curb and gutter was installed with the project for the first time, then you would also be subject to a curb and gutter assessment on your bill that you receive this year. So from that, the total surfacing costs for this year's projects came out to just under $3.5 million, where the total curb and gutter cost came out to just over $1.5 million. So to calculate that 100% rate, what we do is we take the total cost of the improvement, so for this case it would be the surfacing, divided by the total number of feet of AFF for the subject properties to this assessment. And with that, we would come out with a rate of $112.13 per foot at that 100% assessment rate. Similarly, for the curb and gutter, we would do the same, taking the total cost of the curb and gutter improvement divided by the total number of adjusted front feet for all parcels subject to the assessment, and we come out with a rate of $85.56 per foot. Again, this would be the rate that would be charged if the entire cost of those 2 improvements were billed to the adjacent property owners. However, in Bloomington, as I mentioned previously, the rates are set at 25% for single and 2-family homes, and all other properties are assessed at a 50% rate. So using this, we can take that 100% rate we calculated on the previous slide, and then multiplying that by 0.25, we would get a $28.03 per foot for the surfacing rate for single and 2-family homes. For the 50% rate for all other properties, that comes out to $56.06 per foot. So doing the same calculations using the curb and gutter 100% rate, we come with a single and 2-family rate. That 25% rate comes out to be $21.39 per foot. And that 50% rate for all other properties comes out to $42.78 per foot. So these rates multiplied by your AFF determine your assessment for the corresponding improvement, and that is what you would see on your assessment bill. In conclusion, the public hearing for the assessment will be held on Monday, October 5th at the City Council meeting. The City Council meetings are being conducted virtually now due to the pandemic. It is a public hearing, so you're welcome to view and attend virtually and testify virtually. And for more information on how to participate or view the meeting, you can visit the Bloomington's website on the address posted on the screen here. If you have any assessment-related questions, feel free to contact myself, Brian Hansen, at the contact information listed on the screen. For any construction-related questions, please contact Cecilio Santana, who is the project engineer for both the 2020 PMP as well as the East Bloomington Freeway Improvement Project. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.